The disturbing part about the vision wasn't the faces, it was the silence. Nobody questioned where they were going. The figures kept moving, heads down, following the same path like they had forgotten how to stop. Above them, the faces never needed to speak. They didn't control with force, only observation. That's what reminded me of today. People wake up, repeat the same thoughts, follow the same outrage, and copy the same behavior. Constant movement without direction. Most believe control looks violent, but real control is quieter. It happens slowly, until people stop being individuals and start becoming patterns. That's why the vision disturbed me. It didn't feel unreal, it felt familiar. People speak constantly but rarely say anything real. Everyone watches everyone else, waiting to see what they should think next. The more connected the world becomes, the more disconnected people grow from their own minds. The crawling figures weren't evil or monstrous. They were simply moving unconsciously towards something they didn't fully understand, still believing the light ahead meant freedom, never realizing they hadn't chosen the path. The faces remained expressionless because they already understood. People become easier to guide when distracted, easier to shape when disconnected from themselves. The figures never looked up. They never stopped long enough to question. And that's what feels familiar now. Surrounded by information, people understand less of themselves than ever. Trends, outrage, fear, and opinions flow automatically, without silence, without reflection, without asking who benefits from keeping them in constant reaction. Modern control doesn't need chains or violence. It only needs distraction. People volunteer their attention, hand over their thoughts willingly. Every emotion becomes content, every fear becomes entertainment. The most unsettling part wasn't suffering, it was the unawareness, the quiet acceptance. After the vision ended, I started noticing the same patterns everywhere. People sitting together but mentally elsewhere, eyes locked on screens, constantly stimulated but rarely present. Humanity slowly losing the ability to sit in silence, to think deeply, to question the path. The mind needs stillness, but modern life fears it because silence forces us to confront ourselves. That's why the crawling figures disturbed me so deeply. Not because they looked evil, but because they looked empty. Awareness had faded from them. They kept crawling, heads down, still believing they were free, and the faces above never needed to speak, because distraction had already won. That is the silence that haunts me most. Humanity is forgetting itself.